Australia has announced a sweeping crackdown on hate speech in the wake of the deadly terror attack at Sydney's Bondi Beach. At least 15 people were killed and more than a dozen others remain in the hospital. The Prime Minister vowing to eradicate extremism as the nation continues to mourn the lives lost in the deadliest mass shooting in nearly 3 decades.
Australia is set to see a new package of reforms aimed at those who promote hatred and violence. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese under pressure to prioritise measures to tackle anti-Semitism and extremism.
It is clear we need to do more to combat this evil scourge, much more.
The changes include a new aggravated offence for leaders who incite violence, tougher penalties for violent hate speech, and harsher sentencing for online threats and harassment. The government will also list groups whose leaders spread hate, introduce a federal offence for serious racial vilification, give the Home Affairs Minister new visa cancellation powers, and set up a task force to enforce these measures.
Today we're announcing that we're shifting the threshold. We have no time for organisations where their mission is to hate Australia and to hate fellow Australians.
The reforms announced just a day after the surviving alleged gunman was charged with 59 offences, including 15 counts of murder. Most of the victims identified so far were Jewish. Prime Minister Albanese has confirmed the government will adopt the plan to combat anti-Semitism. It includes 13 recommendations to be implemented in consultation with the Jewish community.
We stand, I think, at a very important moment, not only for our community but for fighting anti-Semitism around the world.
Authorities say the attack appears to have been inspired by Islamic State ideology.
ISIS ideology, a terrorist ideology of hate that has been around for some time. So I, of course, acknowledge that more could have been done, and I accept my responsibility for the part in that as Prime Minister of Australia.
New South Wales is set to recall state parliament to deal with urgent legislation on firearms on Monday. For many in the Jewish community, these changes, though, come after years of warnings.
It's imperative that in the steps moving forward, that the Prime Minister and the government as a whole, that they listen to the community. For the last 2 years, how many warnings have we given? How many times have we had to say, this is dangerous? Left unchecked, this will explode, lives will be lost.
I just feel like, why didn't you listen? Why haven't you listened to us? We've been saying it.
As investigations continue, Australia faces hard questions about anti-Semitism, about gun control, and whether more could have been done to prevent the Bondi attack.
Among those laid to rest today was the youngest victim, 10-year-old Matilda. Her parents, who came to Australia from Ukraine, called on the country to remember their daughter's legacy. CNA's Jack Board filed this report from Bondi Beach.
Of course, one of those, the youngest victim of that attack, the 10-year-old girl, Matilda. I think her story has really captured the hearts of Australians and shattered the hearts of Australians as well. Such a tragic story. We've seen her parents down here talking about what she meant to them, their story of being migrants from Ukraine here to enjoy the start of an important Jewish festival, Hanukkah, on Sunday before she was gunned down. I spoke with one of the leaders of the Jewish community here in Sydney, who was an attendee at the funeral.
She was an extraordinary child, but a child like all our children. You know, I have a daughter who's 10 years old as well, and Matilda meant as much to her parents as my daughters mean to me. And the fact that she was snatched from her parents, her life cut short in the most ghastly, barbaric way, it's something from which the family will obviously never recover. Parents never recover from the loss of a child, even in tragic circumstances. But this wasn't a tragedy. This was cold-blooded slaughter. People came to kill her, and they succeeded. And that's just something that's beyond almost the realm of comprehension.
Bondi is slowly starting to get back on its feet, albeit in a very subdued manner. The beaches are back open again. Where I'm standing has been a crime scene for the past few days. It's been cordoned off as the forensic investigation has been underway. It's back open to the public now. Right behind me, you can see the footbridge that was used by the two gunmen on Sunday, and members of the public taking a walk across the bridge to contemplate what occurred here, get some perspective about it. And just standing in this area, you can really understand the vulnerability of the crowds, how close they were to the shooters, the fact that there was really nowhere to go, very difficult to hide and get away from this place, and the horrors that really unfolded for them on Sunday. More and more people coming down to try and get back to normal life here, but it's going to take some time.